Welcome to Read the Room Podcast.
We back.
This is episode number 6.
6 already.
And the title of this episode is Men Don't Talk. And
That's a heavy one.
it is, bro. I go by E1.
Trey Falando, that's the rumor, baby. What's up? We back.
We back. And we're going to get into it, man. Now,
Hold on. Trey Chaney episode classic, bro.
I appreciate it, bro.
Trey Chaney. Hey, look. Trey. Hey, first of all, man, you can't. You sat in my chair, man. You killed it. You real comfortable there, Playboy. Nah, man. Listen, man. I've been watching him on TV for so many years, and to see him, he still look like he's 25.
Yeah, dog.
And he just cooks, man. His energy, man. He posts every day. Sometimes he posts like 2-3 times a day. The man is a machine, man. Shout out to Trey Chaney, man. We definitely appreciate you, bro.
No, I definitely appreciate
Keep doing your thing, man.
Definitely appreciate having him on. That
Absolutely.
was dope, my
That
brother.
was dope, man.
But yeah, so what's good with you?
Bruh, the life of a sports coach, of a youth sports coach. You know, I gave up points yesterday.
Now this is what?
This
Flag
is
football,
flag. This is flag, but where we at, Charles County, Maryland, it's one of the hotbeds of not only flag, but also girls flag is on fire. Like in the last 2 years,
Yeah.
a lot of our coaches from our organization, they coach boys. Some of them stop coaching boys and just coach girls now.
Okay.
Super competitive. They're giving out scholarships and everything. I'm still coaching my son, my daughter. She's in the dance mafia. She would never leave the dance mafia, right? But my youngest's team, we still undefeated. We're number 1, but we gave up points yesterday though. So I have to come to grips that you can't compare teams. You can't compare your last year's team to this year's team. We have different players, kids developing, super proud of them. But we have 3 more games left in the regular season. Then playoffs, nobody's going to score a point. That's my new goal.
Hey,
so when I come back,
hey,
somebody scored on me.
so scoring is a problem. So you feel like, because you're going to play teams that's good. So, you don't want no points on the board at all.
It's my job to stop you.
Okay. 0 points. And then what age group?
This is 4 through 7, but
Okay.
usually you'll have a large collection of 6 and 7 year olds.
Okay.
And this is my son's last year in this division, so we're going for the 3P.
Oh, that's dope.
So I need
hey,
it.
look. Let me tell you, man. Trey got like a shrine. When you go to his crib, he got a shrine in the joint. He got all these Super Bowl rings and trophies. I'm like, damn, Slim. I feel like, damn, what my son have? Super Bowl ring, got like 3 rings.
Hey, I always tell you, man, I want to coach. I want to coach my man with Cruzy, bro.
Yeah.
I want him on the same team, bro. But
Nah, that'll be dope.
enough with flag. Let's get into this baseball thing. Let's get into baseball.
Yeah, Ezra had a game. Man, parents. Hey, look, dog. These parents with their kids. Hey, look, I don't knock nobody. Like, you always supposed to big up your kids, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's dope to big up your kids, but sometimes it get a little overboard.
Yeah, thank.
And when you have real coaches or coaches that's really about their job, they don't want a lot of parent interference or a lot of. You know what I'm saying? Like they want to be able to handle your kids.
Yes.
You know, when your kids with you,
Yes.
they're your kids. When they with the coaches, they want to be able to coach them up.
Yes.
And when you got parent interference, I've even had to I don't interfere, but I had to learn to kind of take a step back.
Yeah.
And let them do their thing.
Mm-hmm.
Some parents still can't do that. You know what I'm saying? And I get it, but at the same time, with certain coaches, when they real serious, you trying to influence the coach and telling them what to do and how to play your kid, you really hurting them more than you helping them, because what they're going to end up doing is not playing your son.
And our guidelines, it says no coaching from the sideline. But you know what? I'm a hypocrite. I'm a super hypocrite.
Yeah.
Because I coach. So it's like, but I'm not going against what your coach is telling you.
Yeah.
I'm just when I'm not coaching my son in basketball, I'm the worst. I'm talking my kids through every single play. But with my particular sons, it works. Some fathers, I done seen some kids tell their fathers, like, man, just stop. Like, you'll literally mess the kid up during the game.
Yeah.
I learned not to do that with True when he was younger. The way I spoke to him, he wouldn't take it well during the game. So I had to learn to tone it down
a little bit.
So he's taught me how to coach him, and True loves when I coach him. But real quick, Dance Mafia. Let me tell y'all something. Let me tell you, my daughter been dancing for 5 years. I'm about to go on a real quick rant. Listen, my daughter was at a dance competition yesterday from 7 a.m. to 11 p.m. We're gonna have to get some laws on that. That is too long. When you're not dancing, look, these kids should have a 4 to 6 hour window. You come perform within that 4 to 6 hours and you leave. It's no reason why I coached a football game, went and got a haircut, done ran around all day, went and hung out. We're going to talk about that. And then I tell my guys, it's 8 o'clock. Oh, I'm about to go. My daughter's about to go on. It's 8 p.m. She's been there since 7 a.m. She ain't getting in the house till 11:30 last night. They do the awards at 10 o'clock at night. It's kids, bro.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Nah, that's extreme, bro.
They might kick her out, and if they see that, they might say, whose father is that? Then I can't record her. I can't take a picture of her while she performing. The lady walking up to me saying, sir, you can't record. It's my daughter. I done paid y'all $1,000 for this event. And y'all got my daughter here. You're not paying her. Child labor laws. Go ahead, bro. I'm sorry.
Now, what everybody been talking about, or a lot of people been talking about, is the Michael movie.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
So I saw the Michael movie in the IMAX theater, so the sound was good. Screen was big as shit.
Okay.
This was like a week ago.
Mm-hmm.
You saw it?
Yeah, I saw it Friday.
What you think?
What you think?
I think it was dope.
I loved it.
I did too.
Why people hating on like people say it's trash?
You want to know why?
Why?
Because people are MJ fanatics,
Right.
And they expecting another life story joint. So they going in with the expectation that they're gonna cover everything. They're gonna talk about everything.
Impossible.
That wasn't that movie. They made a movie like that already. That took like a series. First of all, you can't do a Michael movie.
American Dream or something like that. Mm-hmm.
You can't do a Michael movie in 2 hours.
You can't.
So to have that expectation, I don't know. It would have to be a series, or it would have to be a documentary style and all that type of stuff. I think it was dope. I think that his nephew did a good ass job.
Jafar, yeah,
did good. I think I always get names messed up. The guy who played Michael Jackson's father.
Oh yeah.
I think he did a great job.
Yeah.
For what it was cinematic.
Yeah.
The music, the performances. I think it was
A1, bro. Like, bro, the performances was crazy. Like immediately when he was the young Mike and he was in the studio when he was singing and Quincy Jones just looking at him like, yo, like that. The voice was fantastic. I don't know how they do the voiceovers or whatever, but you really thought that was the kid.
Yeah, hell yeah.
But you heard Michael's voice. Man, it was fantastic. Nia Long did great. Yep. I think that she did great. It shows how much his relationship with his mom. I mean, yo, the Joe Jackson, like, you know, his imprint on the family was like, yo, this is what we doing. So let me ask you this: based on what you saw and what you heard, was that would have been so successful if he wasn't militant like that? So this is my thing, right? So now that you say that, a lot of people have a lot to say about Joe Jackson, and I wasn't there. I don't know. They did say some things about him touching his daughters and stuff. Yeah, that's
you know what I'm saying. Like that's a whole other thing.
Absolutely.
But in terms of the discipline, when my parents grew up, they told me that it was a different time, and they had mothers back then would have a lot of children. Yeah, and discipline, spanking your kid was the norm. All kids got spankings, and sometimes bad spankings. So I can't be a person who I'm not the person who got hit. Right. So I can't speak on somebody how they feel when they got hit. Only thing I can say was, yes, Michael Jackson was very talented, and the rest of the brothers are talented.
Right.
But if he didn't do what he did, I don't think they would have made it.
I don't think that they would have made it.
So it's like the giving. It's like the
it's the gift and the curse with it, right?
Yes,
because with the and that kind of loosely ties into what we're gonna talk about. Like, it was no interaction with like your pupils. It was no interaction with like your age group. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you develop this isolation mentality, but at the same time, you have an immense talent. Like, nobody else has what you have. So shit, the question would be like, yo, would you trade that for a normal life? And most people will be like, nah, I kind of might want to be a quadruple millionaire. And you know what I mean?
Being great comes with something.
It comes with sacrifice.
It comes with sacrifice. Like I always say, anybody that you see that's at the top, it took something to get there. In this life, you cannot have it all. And if you do, everything is not going to be at the top straight. So you're going to lack here, have a lot here, got a little bit here, but you're never just going to have it all.
No, I didn't mean to say but I don't want my son to be out here, you know, talking to zebras and shit all day either, and giraffes. I need you to be at Sky Zone. Right, like Michael was with Bubbles all damn day. That's a lot. You know what I'm saying? Go outside. You got snakes and shit around you. Go outside and like literally like anacondas, like in your bedroom, like boa constrictors. It was no other kids in their age group.
Nah,
that was involved, right?
And they did say that, you know, he did miss a lot of his childhood.
Yes.
And I think also, you know, their father told them to call him by his first name.
Yeah.
When you do that, it takes like, I don't know, like the love and emotion away
out of it.
Now, what I'm gonna say is that I was told by like my uncles and stuff like that, growing up in the times where Michael Jackson and them grew up, fathers weren't known to be telling you that they love you and
That's
come
true.
Give me a hug. And it was just a different time,
bro.
It was about being hard and we got to make it. We been through so much shit.
Yes.
We don't have enough. I can't be loving on you and all that. And
go out and face this racism tomorrow.
Exactly.
For 16 hours. But you know what though, bro? See how that's going to correlate to how what we're going to talk about today. Because our parents and our grandparents, some of our parents are that old, but grandparents, that stuff is passed on. Oh, my father ain't tell me that, so I don't need to tell you that, right? But I'm like, damn, that was like 50 years ago. The whole climate is different, but the communication, it wasn't any type of affection. That was more transactional.
For sure.
Like, it's what you're doing for me to make me happy.
And he put it out there. I couldn't imagine telling my son to call me by my first name.
I can't imagine that at all.
I don't know where that comes from, or, you know, I don't know. But you know what's funny?
Yeah.
I had some neighbors when I was growing up that lived in the back, in back of me, and they called their mom by their first name.
Do I know anybody who called anybody by their first name? And they was
told to, like, their mom told them, just call me.
And 9 times out of 10, their mother was brought up like that. So it's natural. Don't call me. My kids don't call me Trey. It's not going to end well. You call me Trey.
That shit ain't
nah. But the criticism of it is not warranted. Fantastic film. Just watch it. It's always stuff to be left out of a biopic. You know, a million people. Everybody got different stories. You know. Oh, why did they look? The movie was great. Performances was great. Shout out to Jafar. That was his first movie. You know that I thought that he was groomed to play the part. He heard that they were making it, and the guy called him and was like, "Yo, you are you interested in coming in?" Then he went in and ref for it. He gave him the part.
Okay, yeah, I thought that it said he practiced once he got it for like 2 years.
Yeah,
he put that work in.
Bruh.
He did a great job. I get it for the people who are saying that it wasn't good to them. I think that they were looking for a different type of movie.
Right.
But for what the movie was, I think it was phenomenal.
I thought it was phenomenal too. The kids loved it. People was clapping at the end.
All that, dog.
It was so good. People, you ended it too well. Too short. It was 3 hours. You wanted it to keep going because that's how good it was. And it was.
So
absolutely.
If they do a part 2, this is what I will say. If they do a part 2, I think they would have to get a little more deep into the story because a part 2 of just music and that, I don't know how I would do in a part 2 sense.
Absolutely.
I think you would have to get a little more into it, but for what it was, that shit was dope.
Was
dog.
it better than Purple Rain?
No, I don't think so.
Motherfucking Prince.
I don't think so. It was a good movie. I mean, no, but it was good.
Fun fact about Prince, not really a fun fact. Prince, when he made Purple Rain, he went and picked his father up. He brought him to his new house that he bought. This is the father-son dynamic.
Mm-hmm.
Prince picks his dad up, brings him to his new house. He only bought a pool table because he knew his father loved to play pool, right?
Okay.
His father's shooting pool. He plays Purple Rain for his dad. And he just watching his dad to see his dad's reaction. So after Purple Rain is done playing, so he asked his dad, how'd you like it? His dad was like, I'm sorry.
One nothing. One of them tough balls.
Like, bro, like, like the dynamic where you just trying to share something with your father, you want that approval.
Yeah,
Talking
for
about
sure.
Prince here, right?
Yeah.
That was just a story, man, because everything correlates, man, with communication and having transactional relationship with your dad or with your male group, man. How important it is. But
let's get into the topic, man. Let's get into the topic. So the topic of the day is men do not talk. Why don't men talk? And more focused on black men. All men know. You know, when you really think about it, one thing in relationships, women are usually the communicators, and the men are usually the quiet ones.
Right.
Now, for me, I'm the communicative one. That's always been like that.
Okay.
But a lot of men don't communicate well. They don't talk, and there's many reasons for that.
Okay.
Now, growing up, I guess part of it is, when I was growing up, my cousins would randomly, hit me and be like, you better not say nothing. You better not cry. That type of thing. So it's like a macho thing. When you growing up, you kind of taught as a man or as a little boy, like, stop crying.
Yeah.
And, you get hurt. You good? Get up.
Yeah.
You might get smacked in your head.
Yeah.
You good? Get up. All that
Immediately.
Shit. Immediately.
Yo. And I'm the loud, big vocal coach guy, rah. Man, Cruz took a tumble yesterday. Made a move. Kid came up, boom, hit him. Cruzy's smaller. Immediately, man, I know his temperament. He get up. He got tears coming down. One of the parents grabbed him, helped him up. It was like, Cruz, you good? You good, Cruz? He like, oh, bruh. I turned. I looked at him. I'm on the field. I look at my son. He looked at me, and I didn't say nothing to him. I wanted him to. He see me look at him. He was like, Cruz, you gonna go? He was like, you know what I mean? He pushed through. He came back. Next play, took it for like 40, right? But I didn't want to be like the dad. Oh no, no.
Yeah,
nah.
true.
But I'm gonna check you though, right? But if you injured, you out, right? But again, the tough guy image and you good and all that. I had parents. I seen a kid take a hard fall. The parent tell a kid get up from the sideline screaming at him. I'm like, man, come on. That's a little bit too much. That's a little bit too much. That's when it goes too far.
Well, so I think that there's it's a balance though. Because it's like you still have to I still believe in the don't cry. You can cry, but I still believe in like making your kid tough though. Like I think it's a fine line. I think that get your emotions out, but you still have to have some strong strength with you and know to be real tough and things like that. Now my question to you is, why do you think that when it comes to talking or just men expressing themselves, why do you think that they really don't?
I think that they don't because we're conditioned, but also you have a bunch of homes where communication is championed, right? Like, I know guys who do shows and their father is their cameraman. Their father is their business person. I know one dude that said his father is his best friend, right? So I can't imagine growing up in that household where, if something happens to you, just brush it off. I'm imagining that social interaction with that kid. So it helps the kid to be able to not think, oh well, even though I'm hurting, I'm not going to push through. You have that quiet confidence. Coming from where I was from, it was a lot of women around, right?
Yeah.
It was mostly women around. So I was kind of conditioned. I mean, I saw, I was loved, yeah, but I saw like a lot of like arguments. We had a hostile, group of loving, beautiful women. But at the same time, my sister would tell you, Trey never talked when he was younger. He didn't talk at all, right? Like he didn't express himself. Bro, I really didn't come out of a shell where I would express myself to maybe in like my 20s. Like I was a stoic person. But as far as men, period, with my kids, I need you to talk to me. I need it. But the stigma is you got to be tough. We go to work. We handle things. Nothing bothers us. And that's the stigma, but that's also the problem.
Well, I think that it's about if you really think about it, when you growing up and stuff like that, you care more about what people think than you do as when you get older. The older you get, you like, I don't give a fuck what nobody think. This is what it is. This is how I feel. That's that. But when you younger, everything is about how you don't want to come off this way or come off that way.
Look like you're weak.
All of that. So when you in your friend circle as guys, we supposed to be tough and macho. The chances of you expressing yourself or telling your friends about your problems is least likely, because what they're gonna do is tease you about it.
Yes, bro.
Then they're gonna tell your other
and if
friend,
you're a kid, get out of there.
and then everybody teasing you about it, so to make you keep stuff, in your brain.
You will get roasted. Growing up, like how we grew up, like our circles of guys, sports guys, street guys, you better not tell nobody whatever that weakness is, right? You'll make fun of somebody else knowing you got the same problem.
Yeah.
But you don't know it, right?
Yeah.
So,
and I'm teasing you because I don't want the attention on me.
You
so
got that mask on
you, bro.
You keep that mask on.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, you going through worse.
Hell
right?
yeah.
So just quickly, just to add to that, it's called tough guy conditioning. It says many are taught from a young age to push through or handle their business without complaining, often leading to mental health struggles being ignored or misdiagnosed. Right. So if somebody that you look up to is always telling you, oh, nah, fuck that, you good, push through. You develop that sense of, okay, cool. So whenever something happens, I'm going to just push through it. But you're keeping so much stuff in, like, yo, you can talk to me about that. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's, oh, damn, I didn't know that. Because for 10 straight years, 12 years, 15 years, I've been taught or conditioned to think that what I'm going through doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Right. So it comes from this one moment of your life for you taking that on as being who you are. And that's what hurts us.
So what do you feel? So that's just as boys growing up, guys growing up, not really expressing and wanting to talk. Now, this is the thing. We'll talk shit with each other.
Of course.
But we not going to express really things that we going through. It's so many guys, man, that I grew up with. And you find out later in life it's like they'll have a certain personality and you never think why. But as you get older, you start to find out what was going on in their life. And then it starts to make sense. Like, oh, that's why he act like that.
It starts to make sense.
That's why I talk like that. And like I say, you're not going to get in no mental group, especially back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Growing up, it's just like, even when we grew up, nobody talked about therapy, friend groups, and none of that was spoken about. It was just like, you just be a man. That's it. And I don't want to hear that shit. And guess what? If I do hear it, you going to get hit.
You going to get hit. Therapy, that's for crazy people. That's you going to a psychiatrist.
Yeah,
that's for crazy people. And certain like silos, bro. But again, that's being conditioned and groomed by the history of racism, right? Like, you don't have a voice. You work in a steel mill, whatever your job was. You come back home, you take care of your family. You don't work all day. Nobody gives a shit about your damn black ass problems. at this damn job. Then you come home, then you can't really talk to your wife. You angry. You're not expressing this in no positive way. Then your kids is seeing all this. The kids feel the frustration, right? So they grow up, they have kids. Oh, my father ain't talked to me. You know what I mean? So it's deep. It's deep rooted. It's deep rooted. But the dope part about, everybody having a podcast these days is what type. It's so many different people. You have people that's like us who could communicate that, right? And be like, we had shows, man, where people that we been known for years was talking about suicidal thoughts and just things where I will be like, oh my goodness. And I've been knowing this person, right? But for them to come to an age or come to a maturity where they can talk that as a man and let that out, bruh. And you talking to the right people. That's another thing. You got like a 56% rate of people who go to therapy, but the therapist is not compatible. That's a huge rate. So I'm paying you this money. I want to express things, but you're not the right person to communicate this with, right? But having that group, which a lot of guys might not have that group, it reinforces the fact like, I'm good. I'm gonna just keep going.
Yeah. So let's take it to let's look at it from the perspective of, let's just say that you grew up in a single family home.
Yeah.
And you have a sister, and it's you, your mom, and your sister. Mm-hmm. Even though you're a child, you're the man of the house.
Yeah.
And so early on, as you looking at yourself as the man of the house, the man of the house is not going to really be doing a lot of complaining, a lot of talking,
right,
a lot of saying what's on their mind.
Right.
And another thing that happens is that I think that when you have a lack of affection.
Yes.
So men are scared to be affectionate.
Okay.
And when I say affectionate, I mean like sometimes fathers won't hug their kids. Mm-hmm. Sometimes it feels fathers are like, they don't want to tell their son, I love you. Mm-hmm. And it really affects them, right?
Yep.
So I grew up with, like how I grew up, my father was sickly.
Okay.
And so my father would always, so he didn't live with me, but he was in my life and everything, right? So we would have to talk on the phone every day. Mm-hmm. And after we got off the phone, he would always say, I love you, right? Mm-hmm. I would say it back. Mm-hmm. As I was getting older, about 16, and you talk about every time we on the phone, you say you love me. I'm like, Pops.
Talk about.
Yeah, like 16. I'm like, you know I love you.
Yeah.
You love me.
You know I love you.
You gotta say that. You don't gotta say that shit every day.
Know it.
But when I look at it, he knew that he probably wasn't going to be here that long.
Yeah.
And I didn't look at it that way.
Yeah.
But what it did was him showing me that emotion, him telling me that he loves me, him hugging me. Now that he's gone, I have the memories of that.
Yeah.
And it didn't make him no less of a man.
Right.
For him to tell me that. Actually, to show his strength.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And when that made us, him being emotional toward me, made us have a great relationship.
Yes.
Because we talk to each other. It make you comfortable to share. Because you're showing me love, I'm showing you love, and it makes you it start conversation.
It's a transference.
Yes, dog. It's a transference.
It's a transference.
When you have a son, I never tell people how to raise their kids. I would never do that because ain't nobody gonna tell me how to raise mine. But at the same time, it's okay to hug your son. It's okay to tell your son that you love them and express that and hold that in, or don't think to yourself, I'm gonna just show him. He know I love him. He know I love him. That I buy.
He know
everywhere that I take him. No.
Yeah.
Express it. Say it. You know what I mean?
Bruh. This guy told me something yesterday, man, about just tell that quick story about what happened yesterday with the when you walked up to Ezra and gave him reassurance of when he was pitching. You said when he was sitting down and you walked up to him.
Pitching, he wasn't expected to pitch, but they called him up to pitch. He could throw really well. He got to control it, but he can throw really well. And he had some pitches, and he threw about 3 or 4. And then when he sat down, once it was time to sit down, he over in the corner with his head like this, you know what I'm saying? Like he did something bad. And I didn't want to be that overbearing parent, or like your kid get hurt, you go to the field and shit. I don't try to do that. But in that moment, he needed me, not the coaches. You know what I mean? So at that moment, yeah, I did walk over.
That
told
was
him,
big what you just
"Put your
said, dog.
Chin up, man. You did a great job." You know what I mean? And I expressed that to him. I didn't say, "Hey, do better. You fucked up." No, now when he don't do what he's supposed to do, I'm gonna keep it real.
It's situational. Yeah, it's situational. It depends on what.
But in that time, it was time for me to talk and be expressive to let him know it's all right, man. You did a good job,
Bruh, I come from coaching so many kids, bro, that did not have a dad around. You the dad. You the coach.
Yeah.
You the mother. She's indirectly saying that, right? But when you told me that yesterday, man, I was thinking about your son when he's 50, right?
Yeah.
As you were saying it, because it's so powerful. Somebody, your dad telling you that. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, like just growing up, in a single parent household. Like I didn't live with my father until I was 15. You know what I'm saying? But I had an uncle who never met his dad, and this dude was there for everybody, kids, bro. Like he would give you so much love, so much encouragement. So my cousin Mark. So when it was time to move in with my dad, it's like we started off okay, kind of shaky, but now years later, I needed him at that time, right? At that perfect time. Called me on my birthday, sang happy birthday to me on the phone, right? It's just things now where if you just allow yourself just to grow through situations, man, like it might not, that person, your family member, your father, whatever, your brother, if you just allow yourself time, now we can talk. I tell him I love him. And my father's stoic, right? Like he's a stoic person, and it's important for you to understand who the person is.
True.
It might take years, but you know what? I get it, right? So I'll tell him I love him because it's important for me to have a positive relationship because it affects me and it affects my children because it affects me, right? My oldest, when I'm going to work, all right, Dad, I love you. All right, Dad, I love you. Call him on the phone. I love you. I love you. My son he says it so much because I poured into him, right? I'm super affectionate with my kids. I love them all the time. I mean, I hug them all the time, tell them I love them all the time. My daughter, you saw me last night. My daughter's still dancing. 8 o'clock. Let me go see my baby. Went over there. I wanted her to see me there.
Yeah.
Seeing her dance. When she saw me, run over to me, hug me. All those things are moments for these kids, man. They're going to remember these things. And so we're going to make them better people by what we're showing them today.
Now let's take it to relationships. Communicating and men don't talk in relationships. I see a lot of posts and I see a lot of women saying stuff like, he doesn't talk. I express myself, but he gives me 1-word answers, 2-word answers. They don't really know what's on the man's mind. You know what I mean? Why do you think that is? Is that men just naturally don't like talking, or why would they not talk to their significant other? Why don't they communicate well with their significant other?
All of this stuff is carried with you. It's carried with you. The woman, you might, your representative was on fire for about 6 months, 7 months. Till shit gets serious, right? To where she's expecting more from you, right? That's the thing where I'm not gonna take the train off the track. I'm gonna keep it on. Where sometimes the compatibility is seen to not match, but the person who wants it to work, they overcompensate for the other person, and that goes both ways. When we're talking about men in particular, I wasn't compatible in a way in my old relationships. I wasn't on that level. I would say what I gotta say to get through that, but I wasn't trying to really tap into that emotion. But I made you think that I was, right? Where you're physically there, but you're not emotionally there, right? And that just came from my background where I just really wasn't that person. But for men, it's not masculine. It wasn't taught to be that you're still masculine just because you're crying. You're still masculine and you can express your emotion. Like, nah, we don't talk about all that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, you know what I mean? You think you go to work, that's enough, right?
Yeah.
I pay the rent, that's enough. Like, you try to tap in the whole, you know what I mean? But with me, I have to get things out because I'm not good with keeping things in.
Yeah, that's how.
Right? I have to let it out. I'm a fiery person. I'm a very loving person though, as well. But if you want to be in these relationships, you have to get yourself together to a point where you can hold a damn conversation. When she's going through something, you have to be emotionally available to articulate or just be present. Sometimes not having all the answers, but just being a person that somebody can talk to without you saying, yeah, but, or like, bro, you're not even emotionally ready to have a conversation with her, right?
Yeah.
But the thing is that people stay in these relationships. Then they have kids with these men who a lot of people, they don't even really know them.
Yeah.
Right? Until something bad happens, or that person has never opened up what happens when trouble comes. Is he going to be physically abusive? Is he going to do something crazy? Right? But I think like women, they can talk to other women about how their man doesn't talk, but it still doesn't solve the actual problem. So do you think that couples, if it's at that point, you think that they should seek couples therapy? And if they do, a lot of men don't want to do that either. Would you tell a woman to stay in that relationship?
Communication is everything on both sides.
1000% everything.
From the woman or the man, if you don't have communication, you don't have anything. I think when it comes to sharing and men talking, I think sometimes in relationships, it goes back to the fear of being judged.
Yes.
I'm not going to speak on every woman. I'm not about to bash women because it can go either way.
We love women.
But sometimes when you share things with the woman, once you get in an argument, they'll break it up.
I don't talk to you,
and they'll throw it in your face. So you're having a moment where you like, man, I'm about to tell my girl this happened to me, that happened to me, and in that moment, it's cool. But when y'all argue, yeah, that's why this happened. Yeah, that's why that happened. You know what I mean?
See,
and I think that's part of the reason why men don't share. That's one thing.
Okay,
now, you asked me about.
That's a part of it.
You asked me about going to therapy. I'm gonna be real, like. I've thought about going to therapy for different things. Okay. I think about it. I've looked therapists up and all that, but then I just be like, man, I ain't doing that shit. You know what I'm saying? I do. I mean, I'll be like, I get through.
I got it. Mm-hmm.
And so I think that happens to a lot of us. I can't tell nobody to get therapy because I haven't done it. So I can't even tell you. Right. I can't express to you how it helps or how it doesn't. I don't know.
Or I mean, okay. So I think the word has that stigma to it, right? Or like counseling. You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck you mean something wrong with me? Like, our defense mechanisms.
No, let me tell you.
Defense mechanisms are very strong.
No, real quick. I told a friend because the way he was acting, I told some other friends that I think he might need to talk to somebody or need some therapy. Me and him talked on the phone. And he asked me, "You said that?"
Oh,
I said, "Yeah, I did say that." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I meant it. Oh, you think I said? Well, we all could use it, but how you acting in this situation?
Okay, go ahead. Finish.
You acting in this situation? Yeah, I think you could use something. He got defensive about that. You know what I'm saying? Instead of really thinking about, well, why would he say that? What have I done? He got defensive about that, and it's like, nah, dog. We all can talk to somebody, but some people act in certain ways. You might need that shit now.
Dog, our non-exposure to help has really fucked us up, bro. We think we could. Our grandmothers held everything. Our grandfathers held everything, and their parents held that. We can't do that. We got too many tools now, right? Dog. We got too many tools. But at the same time, the outlets that we create are therapeutic. With me, coaching, that shit is therapy. I get to scream, I get to yell. I tell the parents, I'm like, thanks for letting me, scream and yell at your kids. I feel fantastic, right? But if it's not that, it could be music. If it's not that, it could be painting. But the thing is, the outlet is not there, but still, even though you have an outlet, you're still not verbally expressing it to people that's closest to you. So when men commit suicide, people were like, yo, they're pissed because like, yo, you didn't even talk to me. You didn't even give me the opportunity to help you. My brother could have spoke to you. He had the same problem, but that us carrying shit and thinking that we're going to be bashed because of it. And it's terrible when you open up to somebody who's not even on the same frequency, even to receive it without judging you. knowing how to listen without judgment. That's another thing. A lot of y'all, you don't know how to listen. If somebody's talking to you, don't say yeah, but. That yeah, but shit, you're basically just telling me everything that I just told you didn't matter. Or the person feels minimized. You've been holding on to this shit for a whole year. I'm talking to you about it, and then you're going, yeah, but me to death, instead of listening, trying to understand. A lot of times people don't want the answers. They just want somebody to listen to them.
Well, I noticed that a lot of people will say that they don't have many friends. They don't hang around a lot of people, and they be super proud of that. There's a lot of people that be super proud to say that they do things on their own.
Isolation.
But everybody needs somebody.
Yes.
And everybody needs somebody to talk to. Now I get it. When you growing up and you start off with a lot of friends, and as life goes on, it seems like your friends dwindle.
It dwindles.
They become associates, and you don't talk to people like that. And I understand that, right? I don't have as many people as I hang with, but I do have a solid crew
got the
of
right people, though,
that I can talk to. You have to try to be around people that you can talk to, that can listen, and people that can give you advice. And sometimes you don't want advice. You just need an open ear.
Yeah.
So I'm going to give you an example of one thing that I do. Now, I have a birthday. I've never been a person that was big on celebrating birthdays like that. I love that it's a new year and all that, but I'm not pressed to do this and do that on my birthday. That's just always been me. But when I do stuff, I invite all fellas.
Right.
Now, I could do the day party thing.
Yeah.
I could do the couples thing, and I have done all that. But when I really want to celebrate, I have like 10 to 15 of my guys come out. And I remember we've been to a restaurant. We've been to a restaurant, and when we walked in, I think it was The Point joint in DC. The Point. No,
it's like
but they were so surprised that it was so many just guys.
Yeah.
And I do that on purpose, man, because it's like a fellowship thing. It's like all the fellas get together. We talk about everything and we break bread together. Things like that. So when you do have events, you don't always have to have a party or have a setting where it's men and women. You can have somewhere it's just the fellas and y'all talk and express yourselves, man.
Man, look, when I went to Eve's fellowship, like birthday, I didn't know none of the guys there. I recognized one guy, but man, it was so many guys there. But it was super dope. Why? Because the common denominator was somebody that they trust.
Yeah.
Right? So if everybody's here and I trust them, you got to trust them too. So the conversation was easy. It was easy. But we trained how. If you not man, look, black people, let me tell you, we have been under so much attack for so long. You come out the house, you train to hate the body, hate the person that look just like you, or you have built-in animosities that have been placed inside of our brain when it comes to our own people through music, being programmed, movies, and stereotypes. Even if it personally didn't happen to you, you're being trained to think like that, right?
Yeah.
So, but when you're in an environment like with real men, like when I told you, shout out to Black Boo and Victorious with the burger bar. Man, I raced there after we did the pod, man. I was there for an hour. I didn't know any of these men in there, bro. These men were in there telling, man, things that they can't share with nobody else. But they can share with their brother because they trust them. Because the common denominator was Black Boo and Victorious just giving you this environment. You setting the environment. We can come in. Damn, so I could just exhale, right?
No judgment.
You're not going to judge me. You're not gonna make fun of me because I was something happened to me when I was a kid. You're not gonna judge me when I tell you that I did something to this dude. Man, dudes just in there building and just talking and just having that. Yesterday, we had that, man. We broke bread yesterday, and it wasn't that many of us, but man, the conversation was just super real, and that you didn't even think about not saying it. I was laughing, saying, man, I can't say this in front of one of our other friends, right? He was like, nah, man, tell me, right? I was like, nah, man, but once I told, he was like, okay, you know what I mean? But just trusting a person to receive.
Yeah, friends are needed. Communication is needed. Now, it's like, I get like, sometimes you isolate yourself, and it's hard to say. it's hard to say I'm gonna go and I'm gonna meet some new guys or some new friends. Like
Yes.
that's not the norm, right? But sitting in the house don't fix it either.
It does not.
So you have to put yourself in social environments, and it's not like you looking for you're not going out to look for somebody to tell your problems. Nah,
Yeah.
it's not about that.
You're
But
not
it's
gonna
just
understand me.
but it's just the concept of people feeling like they don't need anybody, and I just think that that's not true. If we didn't need each other, then it wouldn't be as many people on earth. If nobody needed each other, the world wouldn't be populated. We do need each other, man. You know what I mean? And sometimes you fall out with people, and it discourages you
Yeah.
from messing with other people.
Yes.
You know, because you're
Yes.
like, man, from my dealings,
That's big.
you know what
bro.
I mean? From my dealings, people act like this, people act like that. I
That's-
say that and get like that. But at the end of the day,
Based on my
if you
past.
can have at least one friend, that would be nice. And if you don't have a friend to talk to, you need somebody to talk to, because I've seen guys lash out because the real thing missing is love and having somebody to talk to.
Yes.
And so what they'll do is have some type of hard demeanor when really you soft on the inside. You hard
You
on
are.
the outside,
You are.
because you're trying to portray some type of exterior that really ain't you.
Yes.
But for real, you looking for love. And you really need a motherfucking hug.
Yes. Yes.
And that's the truth about a lot of guys that you see that act a certain way. They don't have anybody to talk to, and then when they do talk, it's fake conversation.
It's
bullshit
it's surface
conversation,
level shit, right?
Surface level shit.
That's the
Who
mask.
gonna win the game. I'm gonna go up the street tomorrow, fuck with Slim, and all that's cool. But when
Yeah.
we gonna talk about some real shit that will motivate your life and uplift your life and do something positive to move forward. We here to move forward. That's why the days go and you get older. You're not here to stay stagnant. I ain't no preacher or none of that shit, but it irritates me sometimes how people act. You know what I mean? Like,
You're aging, but you're not growing.
yeah, exactly.
Right? You're aging, but you're not growing. Oh, let's go. Dog, we don't know how much goddamn basketball we gonna play. How much goddamn football we gonna play?
How much music we gonna
God
listen to?
damn, how much fucking music we gonna listen to?
How many drinks we gonna get?
cookouts
You
we
know
gonna
what I'm saying?
have?
Yeah, dog.
How many fried fish dinners
What
we
the,
going?
what the fuck you
we
doing
gonna
with your
shoot
life?
shit,
You know what I'm saying? What
and
you
then
doing with your life? What
and-
you doing to elevate?
And then you go home with the same problems.
Hey,
You got the same disdain for the people in your family instead of having the hard conversations, right? But again, that's why this is needed, because again, bro, I've been having a great month. You know, my birthday was Friday. So I did some family stuff, man. I had a fantastic time. I felt so blessed, but my last month has been great. Just seeing people who have impacted me. I made a phone call last night. I didn't tell you I cried last night, but I'm gonna tell you when I cried last night. It was out of nowhere. I made a phone call. It was I don't like saying people's names and everything. So a loved family member had transitioned, right?
Okay.
I believe Thursday or Friday. So I reached out to the family, called, one of the cousins and my other two cousins. And so my man that I used to live with, I wasn't expecting to talk to him, right? He was there. He took the phone from, this happened to me last night. Took the phone from the person I was talking to. I was telling, oh, sorry. He was like, man, look, bruh, first of all, I'm seeing what you're doing. This happened to me last night, like 10 o'clock. I'm seeing what you're doing, man. The stuff, bruh, I know you, right? That's how he talking to me. I know you, bruh. Look, man, what you doing, man, I'm proud of you, man. I met you when you was 15. He said you was green. You was green when I met you, dog. The man that you become now, dog. He said, man, you know stuff about me that a lot of people don't know. And bruh, he's talking to me, and it made me feel good because he was there for me when I needed him, and I respected him, and I know how his parents raised him. So he was more like a mentor. I wasn't even expecting to be in the house, but he just jumped on the phone, dog. When he was talking to me, I started to cry because I was like, damn, I thought that he and I we had a slight falling out. Mm-hmm. So I wasn't even expecting to even be feeling like that.
Yeah.
Bro, he stayed on the phone talking to me for 10 minutes. He was the only person that was talking. I was crying. You know what I mean? 'Cause I'm like, damn. So you be holding shit with people that's not even real.
Yep.
Man, he was like, bro, they live 15 minutes from like, man, we gonna get up. We gonna da. I've been meaning to go see him for 5-6 years, but the time hasn't really been there. Man, he grabbed the phone like, bro, man, when you tell somebody, bro, how you really feel about them,
Yeah.
right? You break down a lot of the shit where people just could be vulnerable with you. Like, damn, I've been waiting on you to say that to me because I thought that you really wasn't dealing with me like that.
But that's
You know what I mean?
communication. That's
Yeah.
communication. That's talking, and that's what a lot of guys don't do, especially younger guys.
Yeah.
because your brain is not even thinking when you're young. You ain't
Absolutely.
thinking no shit like I need to communicate with somebody. That's not.
You
That's
not-
the furthest thing from
you
your
not
mind.
even
We
thinking
talking
like
to
that.
this as mature men, but when you young, you ain't thinking like
Bro,
that.
bro.
And that's just not the mindset of a young person.
Especially when you're in an aggressive environment, or you in an abusive environment. Like talk to who you better get your ass. Better get your ass to school, or you better. You know what I mean? Like everything is a threat, right? Everything is a threat. Go
Now
ahead.
listen to this. They say around 70% of men, of black men, believe mental health issues are a sign of weakness.
Mental. Listen to that.
70% of black men believe that mental health issues means that you weak.
You had a lieutenant governor, Justin Fairfax, murder his wife, kill himself. People that knew him had talked about how he was talking to them about him just wanting to get back. He felt like he was blackballed out of his career. He probably was. But at the same time, his lack of going to get professional help affected him so much that he took his own life and took the life of his wife. So a sign of weakness, you are carrying everything. You are carrying everything and you just explode. If he had a men's group, if he had a therapist, who knows? I don't know. But somebody, some voice could have touched him enough to not go out there. He didn't even have a gun. He went and bought a gun. Then he came home. All this stuff was premeditated because she was about to leave him. That's another thing. Men with that ownership. You thinking that this woman is your possession. She's not. She has the goddamn right to leave you. And you don't have the right to do her any harm. But again, I don't know what his background was. I don't know how he grew up. But I know how I came up, and it took me time, but I never felt to lash out like that. Just because somebody's leaving. If she gonna go, let her leave, bro. Men out there, if you out here aggressive with these women, putting your hands on women, man, stop. And vice versa. I seen some women put their hands on men, and then the men won't talk about that. But this shit happens every day.
When you don't talk and you don't communicate, it leads to a lot of assuming.
Absolutely.
And when you assume, you think you know something about a person that you don't know because you assumed instead of talking to them and communicating.
Yep.
And that leads to broken friendships.
Yes.
That leads to broken marriages.
Yes.
That leads to broken family dynamics. All because instead of talking and expressing yourself on how you feel, you take the approach of just fuck it. You assuming that you know what I'm thinking about when you really don't have no clue. And that happens so much.
It happens
and that's
every
how,
day.
yeah, that's how friendships break up. Matter of fact, I'm gonna give you. And well, this is just this is not men, but just on communication. Just real quick, you know, like
Go
women
ahead.
are real big into when they get married. If they group bridesmaids and all that, they act funny. Marriages can when women are getting married, it can end friendships easily.
Yeah.
Now, this is not about black men, but this is just about a black woman who, but this is just about communication. She feels a way because her friend went and kind of eloped, but didn't tell her. And so
Okay.
she doesn't know if her friend had other people there, but didn't have her.
Oh,
So
okay.
now her friend is going to have like a reception, and she's basically saying in the future she don't want to go. So instead, I said, well, you should tell your friend how you feel. Just let her know that you feel a way that she didn't tell you that she went and eloped, but didn't express to you that she was going to do that. And usually y'all share everything with each other. But instead of her wanting to have the tough conversation and communicate, she's like, fuck it, I'm just not going to the wedding. Now that ain't about men, but that's about communication and talking. So even when it comes to women, people in general, it happens.
Damn. So she was saying this was like her real tight friend. And she eloped. I mean, that's what the fuck elope mean though. But anyway, it's kind of what elope means. Sorry, I didn't mean to cuss. But anyway, that's what elope means, right? And then you came back and say, hey, I elope. Really? And then they think you won't be happy for me.
Yeah, because she feel like you ain't tell me. I would have helped you pick the dress and all that
that's
type
why
shit.
I tell you.
But it's just like, you know, and that's kind of off of what we talking about.
Yeah,
but
I got
it still comes back to communication and talking. That happens with guys, especially with guys. That's gonna happen. Guys that don't want to talk and have no real long conversations about anything. We gonna do the same thing. Fuck it, and we just gonna move on. Now, the thing about that, the question is that really helpful or harmful? In some situations, it is good to say fucking and move on, right?
True.
But in other situations, at least if you're gonna move on, try to have a final conversation. You know what I mean? But guys are taking like, man, that shit weak. I ain't saying nothing.
I mean, okay, but sometimes you done showed me enough now.
True.
You feel me? Sometimes you done showed me about 8 things. I mean, and I looked past the other 7. Sometimes it be that time to go, baby. You know, and if somebody tells you F you, believe them. Believe them. Yeah. Somebody tell you F you, I believe that.
For sure, 1,000%.
I believe that. Because if I tell you that,
yeah,
I meant it.
1,000%. And then you gonna make me
like literally say it.
That's gonna make me return the energy. But I got a little mature. I try to lead with love. Let me tell
you something. This guy here, he's my mentor. I love this guy. He's my mentor.
I try to lead with love, man. I'm
older than him. I'm older than him. I didn't know you so young. You young, bro. You young,
man.
Hey, look, no. But seriously, man, look. This guy, his emotional maturity, like. I'm emotionally mature, but I just leave faster. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, bro, it's like, you know.
I grew to that.
I did enough. No, I got you.
Because my thing is, it's like, I'm going to be one way or the other. If I'm not emotionally mature, I'm going to be something you don't want to see.
I understand that.
So it's like, I don't have a gray area. So it's like.
So that's where I'm at.
True.
Right? So
I got
you. You literally just said that.
Yeah.
So it's like, I understand your weakness. Yeah. Right? I understand that you're not working on it. I understand that it's time for me to
exit,
to use my friend space time wisely with people who are on the same frequency.
For sure.
I'm never going to be your victim where like, damn, I knew I should have. Nah, I'm gonna leave before that.
Yeah.
Because then when that go, then why is Trey why da. Nah, I'm gonna just leave before that.
No, that's smart.
And love, what's love got to do with it? Love. I love. And nigga go home and stab you.
For sure.
Love. Then they blow your damn brains out. I'm not gonna stick around for that, man. Look, my time is valuable, and the way that I love and the way that I care, nah, you're not gonna victimize that. You know what I'm saying? So like last night, man. Beautiful talk, man. See my man Weekend, man. Kiss him on the cheeks. The only man. I'm masculine enough to say that. It's just something about this friend of mine, man. I knew this guy, man. Weekend, who was with him yesterday, man. I just see him, and we done been through it. Mm-hmm. We done been through it. I wanted to wring his neck one time when he believed the wrong thing, but it took time for us to get back and just talk. But when we did talk, we listened, right? And then the default was love. That was the default.
The default was love.
It was love,
but
right?
Look at how the bottom line of that is that Black men talked.
We talked.
You know what I'm saying?
See, that's my point.
And then it resolved.
Point.
You know what I mean?
That's like, the beautiful thing about, but it happened with who it's supposed to happen with.
For sure.
It's like you said, your friend circle went like this to this, right? A lot of people can't go. A lot of people can't go. A lot of people don't want to go, and they showing you in their actions.
Yep, and you have to listen.
You have to listen. But anyway, beautiful time, man. I see my man. I just, I wanted to beat him up 35 times. He knows it. Well, but man, we so tight, and I love y'all's relationship, right?
Yeah,
It's and all of our friends. It's based on trust, man. It's based on trust. You have ups and downs, but if you need me, I'm gonna be there.
And guess what? At the end of the day, we meet up and we do what? Talk.
We talk.
Communicate. Now, what advice to guys
I got some stuff. Go ahead.
For guys
I got some places
who don't talk, what's something that they can do if they don't have anybody to talk to, they need somebody to talk to?
I actually have stuff. Give me 1 second. Let me find it. In the meantime, a lot of people, you just got to change. You got to change your actual circle of people that you're in now, right?
You got to be like-minded people. It got to be people that think the same way that you think. People on the same level of you. And when I say same level, just because you on a different mental level than somebody, that doesn't mean that you're better than them or you think you're better than them. It has nothing to do with that. But if you don't surround yourself with the same type of people that relate to you, they will bring you down.
So again, to add, just a couple things. The isolationist mindset is never going to serve you well. It's going to make you awkward. I'm looking up stuff for the show. I'm seeing stuff. You shouldn't have friends. You know what I'm saying? I don't have no friends and I'm good. So in the comments, it's a million people with this isolationist mindset. Like, I'm a loner. You know what I'm saying? Like that's tough, right? Somebody out there did you wrong. You can't blame everybody else. Because if your ass get hit by a car, you're going to go to the damn doctor. Somebody's going to be there to help you. Right? So you can't have this type of mentality. Now, like E was saying, if you're feeling like that, if you in a group that's kind of toxic, if you're just looking out, you want to look outward, you can go online. You can find groups to at least get you started. And that with that type of group, you have Black Men Heal. It's BMH. It focuses on removing mental health stigmas. And King's Corner, they meet weekly. Again, that's Black Men Heal. You have Black Men Speak. Right, it's a speakers bureau that helps Black men share their stories to promote mental health recovery. Actually, June is Mental Health Month. Okay, so that's coming up. You have Beam, Black Emotional and Mental Health Collective, provides training, support, and groups. So they can tell you about groups in the area, like local groups, where you can go. Sit down and talk to people that are like-minded. You have the YB Men Project, a virtual platform on Facebook and Instagram, supporting young Black men through mental health education and social connection. Real quick, when my sister transitioned from stage 4 cancer, a young lady told us about a group that she went to when her father had passed. If I didn't have that group, man, I have no idea. I was in there with people. Nobody looked like me. So the people that we are trained to think, she a white lady. This white lady was in there with me, talking about her brother, right? Asian lady, Hispanic lady. Everybody was different. Every nationality getting out things. I was just so happy. I was holding on to stuff because I'm a super tough guy, but I was broken. But I was more happy because my niece was in there. My nephew Elijah was like 15. He was the youngest person to ever be in this support group ever. By week 8, week 9, he finally opened up and just started talking a little bit. The lady that ran it, she pulled me to the side after. She was like, he's the youngest person that's ever been in this group. And just him just letting out things about, even if it was small, it helped her to be like, man, you know what? He's going to be all right. Right? He's going to be okay.
Now, what's the name of Black Boo, aka Alfred Duncan?
Black Boo and Victorious. It's called The Burger Bar. I know it's one. I believe it's June 4th. If you're in the DMV area, you can go on. You could Google Burger Bar. It's June 4th, and you should see Black Boo and Victorious. Hopefully they don't kill me for this. But anyway, they have the Black and Victorious podcast where they talk about the Burger Bar, the origin of it, and how it helps out people.
And we going
super dope.
Leave it right there, man. It's important to talk to people. I know that it seems like being a loner is cool, and maybe in some instances it is. But if you have a lot of things on your mind, you do have to talk to somebody.
You have to.
Follow us on Instagram.
Yes, sir.
At Read the Room Pod.
Okay.
Once you follow us on Instagram, you will see the link to our YouTube channel. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you like what you see and hear, tell a friend to tell a friend. As I always say, everybody has a pod, but everybody isn't us. Till the next time.
That part.